Hey, welcome back to another MiniVerse Make It Mini Food. We're taking a Pop Mart break this week and we're actually going to be making 3 of the capsules from DINER Series 3. There is a few of these recipes that I still need to create to complete my collection, and we have 12 to collect. So let's get started with capsule number 1. We're just gonna get this all opened. Okay, so it looks like we have a little dessert tray. Let's get everything out of the package, and hopefully I don't get any doubles from the ones we've already opened. Our table and all of our ingredients. We've got our table to put together and the little dessert tray. And we have a ton of packages. It's been a while since I've created this series, so let's start with the utensils. Those are always the most boring of the packages. So this one just comes with a spatula. So we're probably gonna have some type of an icing. Oh, we have the ube cupcakes. All right, so we have a package of 6. And they're very purple. And we have our purple sprinkles. And then, icing. Okay, so we have our ube icing. So we are gonna need that spatula. So this one I think is one of the simpler of the 12 recipes. And here is everything that you can collect. I really want that jelly. But today we're gonna be making the ube cupcakes and the recipe. All right, let's get started by getting the cupcakes out of the tray. And I actually think I'm going to just decorate them in the tray, just so I have a little more control and it's less messy. Let's get the ube icing or the frosting opened, and let's open the sprinkles. So we have everything ready to go. The UV light. Taking the spatula, I'm just gonna take some of this icing, which is more on the transparent side. And I'm just gonna try to plop a bunch of this on top. And I'm just gonna swirl it around and trying to make them look a little bit more on the professional side. Sometimes it can be really hard with the MiniVerse stuff, but this icing is a little gloopier and it's a little easier to control. The last 3 cupcakes. Now taking those purple sprinkles, I'm just gonna put this on top of the icing before we cure it. I'm gonna put a ton on them because these are pretty basic cupcakes. And taking our light, and I'm just going to go ahead and put these under the bigger light to harden. While we're waiting for those to harden, we're gonna go on and move on to capsule number 2. Let's get this opened. Fingers crossed that we don't get any doubles. Sometimes you can use the cheat code with the pinholes, but it's not always super accurate, so hopefully we don't get any doubles. This one is definitely different and packed completely full. Let's get all of the packaging out and the table. Oh, and we even have this little placemat too. Table together, our little placemat, and all of our ingredients. Again, let's start with the utensil to get the boring one out of the way. We have another spatula. And, we have, whipped cream. So we have a bottle of whipped cream, and inside of this should have a bunch of already like whipped cream. Yep, they're the tiny ones, the little dollops. So this is probably gonna be like a cake or a pie. Oh, and we have our pink, yellow, and orange sprinkles. Icing. So this one's actually vanilla, so that one should be white. Yep, we're making a cake. For some reason, I feel like this is a double from the first time that we made these. It's like pink and orange and yellow rainbow. And our cake tray. So this will be to display it after we make it. I love the color. And we can put our doily on top or the placemat. All right, so we're gonna be making the rainbow cake. So this one's pretty easy as well. We're just gonna be putting icing and whipped cream. And it already has a slice taken out of it. And I think I'm gonna make this a little different than the directions. I actually wanna see the rainbow on the sides. So we're gonna start with the icing. Okay, good. It's not super transparent. Taking the icing, I'm just gonna like gloop this on the top, and I wanna make this super thick. The recipe tells us to put this along the side, but I'm making this my own. So I'm only gonna put a bunch on the top because I think the sides is just so pretty. Okay, and I'm gonna put the same type on the piece. Taking the whipped cream, I'm gonna put one on the slice and a bunch over on the top, trying to keep them evenly spaced. And just straightening them and sprinkles. I'm gonna put as much sprinkles as the icing can hold. And the same thing on the piece, a bunch more sprinkles. And while that's hardening under the light, let's move on to the last and final capsule. Getting this all opened. So I do really want the cherry jelly and the bento box. And the sushi also. Those are a couple of the other ones that I want from this series, so fingers crossed we get one of those. Our table. The utensil for this one. Oh, we have a little cake cutter. Wait, are we making a pie? We have a pink glaze. Oh my gosh, all right, we also have these icing flower decorations. I think I know what we're making, yep. We're making a jelly roll cake. This one is vanilla, and you can see the red jelly in the middle, and it even has like a piece taken out. All right, we have our little display. Strawberries. So these actually come with whole strawberries and strawberry slices. So this one is going to be the princess roll cake. And I'm gonna make it as close to the picture as I can. It looks pretty easy. Step one, let's take our icing and put the nozzle on. Open up the cake and take the slice off. Oh my gosh, the texture, this looks so good. Okay, so the top's pretty smooth. We're gonna need our icing flowers, our strawberries. I think I'm only gonna use the slices. And I'm only gonna put some of this pink glaze on the top of it. I don't mind if it kind of like slides down the side. I'm gonna try to keep most of it on the top. Now placing the icing flowers. And then a few of the strawberry slices. Okay, it's kind of cluttered, but it still looks good. Doing the same thing with the slice, I'm just gonna put a little of the glaze on top. and the toppings. Now taking the UV light, we're going to set all of the resin. And here are all 3 recipes that we created today with the MiniVerse DINER Series 3. Make sure, as always, that you guys are subscribed, and I'll see you in my next unboxing.